What's going on, YouTube? We're back at it again. This time we're gonna be throwing the oil pump on this thing. So let's get this block flipped around and we'll just get right started into it and get ready and get into it. You know? Alrighty, so we got our oil pump here. I'm actually just gonna start by pouring some of that break-in oil in the pickup hole here and just kind of spin it around a little bit just to get it nice and lubricated before we install this thing. This is probably gonna go everywhere, but I'll give it my best shot. Wow, it's already pumping. You can hear it like sucking the fluid down already. That's crazy. So she's definitely thoroughly lubricated now. Now we can just go ahead and gently put this thing over the crank pulley. Now we'll grab our bolts. Yeah, this thing does have a tiny little bit of movement. Oh no! A little bit of movement. Oh no! That just went all over my damn barbecue. Okay, cool. So yeah, this thing does have a tiny little bit of movement, as you can see. And what lots of people do is they'll take all these torque screws out of this front cover and they'll stick alignment shims in the top and the bottom. But Melling actually says to, well, they don't say to not do it, but they just don't really think it's necessary. So, you know, I'm gonna trust the people that made the pump, but I am just kind of gonna do it by hand and feel where it's like, you know, that's the top, that's the bottom. We'll try to put it like somewhere in the middle, you know what I'm saying? Alrighty, now we're just gonna be torquing our oil pump bolts to 18 foot-pounds. Next up on the list, we can work on getting our windage tray and oil pump pickup attached to this thing. But windage tray first. I just took this thing to the bathtub and gave her the old spray 9 and scrub treatment, and it turned out great. This thing is looking mint. But anyways, let's get her on there. There's a spot right here that says rear, not pair. It's an R, okay? So obviously that goes to the back. And there's a whole bunch of little 13 mil nuts that were on here too. All right, so we got all of our bolts on here, except for one, which is gonna be for the pickup, but we'll get to that in a second. So now the pickup is where it gets a little bit interesting. So this is what the pickup looks like that I'm gonna be using, because this is a Camaro swap pan or a Holley 302-2. And it's basically like a lower profile pan so that it will fit in the car, mainly used for like swaps and stuff like that. And if you look on the end here, this thing is perfectly straight. There's no like taper to it, because some of them, they start off small and then get larger, or there's an indent where the O-ring kind of sits in. This would be an example of the factory truck one where it has this indent right here. So if you have the indent like that, you'd want to use the green O-ring. Or if it's tapered, you want to also use the green O-ring. But since this one is the same length all the way down, we want to use the black O-ring. So we're just going to slip the black one on here and then we'll lube it up with some engine oil real quick. Well, that was a lot of engine oil. All right. So it seems like we may need to modify our windage tray a little bit, which I kind of thought was going to happen, honestly. So you can see that this is kind of just like as far as we can go with this oil pump pickup. And it's because it's hitting right here. So what I'm thinking we can do is just kind of chop this corner off of the windage trace, kind of something like this. And it's also hitting over here around the pickup itself. This one is squared out like this because that's where the truck one used to bolt onto. So I think if we do the same thing with this side, then we should be good to go. So I'm just kind of using my angle grinder for this. We'll see how much we can actually get done with it. I don't know how easy it's going to be to get it in there, but make sure you guys put on your safety goggles. There you go. Alright, so here's our first piece. Pretty nice looking, I would say. Let's see what we can figure out for the other side. I don't know about him. I think it might be a little bit difficult. Okay, so this is kind of how we're looking over here. Once again, this is the rear. So pickup 2 comes out of here. I chopped this off. This actually turned out pretty well. I still got to clean up the burrs and stuff off the edges, but it looks nice. This one, on the other hand, whoa, we had to brutally attack this thing. So yeah, I cut this one first, and then I kind of cut this one. And then I flipped this thing around and cut this one from the back. It was a little bit tough and it looks like shit, but I should be able to clean it up with one of these big knotted wire wheels. So we'll see if that works whatsoever, but I'll show you the after. Okay, so this is with everything all deburred. I think it looks quite a bit better. It's still pretty rough and, you know, shitty looking, but hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's test fit this thing. So I'm not gonna be torquing this thing down this time. I'm kind of just gonna lay it on here and see where we're sitting. Originally, I thought it was just this corner over here that was hitting, but it turns out that it's hitting the whole way along. So if I chop more of this off till we're like right about here, then that should probably work. As far as everything goes on this side, I think it's fitting perfect. Just a little tight on that corner there, but once we get that side in, we'll be able to really tell. Not bad at all. Anyways, I got this marked now, so I'll get that cut out and then we can retry the test fit. We're back. Okay, let's see if this thing fits now. Is it a straight cut? I think this is the straightest cut I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a cut straighter. Well, I mean, that's looking pretty decent. Yeah, that's not bad at all. There's our bolt hole. She's looking pretty good. Just got to put that bolt in there, but it's attachable and it's clearing mostly everything. I probably could have took a little bit more off around that bend right there, but I think it'll be fine. I just wanted enough room for the nut to clamp down real nicely. Perfectly clearing over here. We didn't do anything to this side, so this side's pretty much the exact same. And it's also looking good. So, take two. Now we can get all these bolts torqued down to 18 foot-pounds and then we'll be good to go. Now we can get the oil pump pickup attached to this thing permanently. Ha 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 ha. Here we go. And you don't want to force this side in with the bolt because you could end up cutting that O-ring, which is, we don't want that. So yeah, always make sure to kind of like push it in first and then put the bolt in once everything's already flush, just to hold her in place, you know? You know what I'm saying. And as far as this guy goes, he just gets torqued to 106 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds, okay? If you try to torque that to 106 foot-pounds, you're gonna be having a very bad day. Then this guy is 18. There we go. Alrighty, she's fully installed now. And you can see just how close it is to hitting that nut. Like, there's no way I could have gotten a socket on there. Even that one's pretty close. That one's pretty much impossible as well. But yeah, either way, everything is all installed. Zero issues as far as fitment goes. We had to make some modifications, obviously, but hey, it's no big deal, alright? Next thing we gotta do is go and grab some Play-Doh, funny enough. So before we get to play with some Play-Doh, we have to put some tape over this pickup. I know you're probably so confused. What the hell could this guy be doing with Play-Doh? But just wait, okay? I'll show you. Oh yeah, do you think this is gonna be enough? Probably. I just don't want any Play-Doh in my pickup tube. Okay, so I went to Canadian Tire and picked up some Play-Doh. I chose blue Play-Doh, but you can get any kind, except for yellow Play-Doh. It will cause the engine to not have any oil pressure, so make sure you go with blue or red or purple or something like that. Anyways, we're just gonna plop this guy on down here. Next, we'll grab our oil pan, and we're just gonna lower it on down. If you haven't already figured this out, we were checking the clearance of our oil pump pickup to see how much room we have when we go to put this whole thing together. Oh, what the hell? Okay, well, we may have missed a step because there's more stuff that needs to be clearanced. God damn it. Okay, so basically we kind of jumped the gun with the old Play-Doh here. I have more things to cut off this windage tray, unfortunately. So basically we got to take it all back apart again. So the front here, this front section of windage tray runs into the oil pan. So you see how it's super shallow right here? This relief is actually for those bolts on our rods so that they don't just, like, you know, run into the oil pan, which is pretty crazy. So I basically have to cut this thing like kind of from here all the way back to there. So we won't even be using this whole front half, which is a little unfortunate, but whatever. Anyways, I guess let's take it back off and then cut some more stuff off of it again. Okay, so we just totally destroyed this windage tray. Hopefully this fits now. I guess we'll find out in a little bit. So as you can see, we are quite a bit shorter now. That should give us just enough room to get this pan installed. So we'll get everything all back together and then we can do another test fit again. Okay, everything's all installed and torqued up, so now we can try and fit that pan on here once again. Another thing I forgot last time too is that we should put the gasket on here so that it spaces the oil pan up a little bit to get a true reading of how close our pickup's going to be to the bottom of the pan with our Play-Doh, you know? So let me grab that. Okay, all of our bolt holes are lined up. Now let's grab the oil pan. So this time the Play-Doh is sitting in the bottom like this and it's kind of stuck there, so I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, but it should be fine. Anyways, see if she fits. Oh, it definitely fits a lot better than before. We are touching pretty much everywhere. Perfect. So now we can get a couple bolts in here and see how our pickup tube is fitting. So I'm just kind of doing these 4 holes, or 4 bolt holes kind of like around our pickup, just so we can like squeeze that area down and get it nice and tight and to squish our Play-Doh to see if it's like too close or too far or what's going on. Okay, so that's fully tightened down. She ain't going nowhere. It's looking pretty cool actually. I'm so excited to get this motor done. I cannot wait. Anyways, now we can pull these bolts out and have a look at how close our pickup is based on how much it's squished out the Play-Doh. It's kind of like using Play-Doh as a plastic gauge. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna make sure the crankshaft clears this oil pan. Also, when I was at Canadian Tire, I picked up a 24 mil, so now I'm no longer without one. Well, clearance is looking perfect, so this pan should work great. That little cutout is not hitting or anything. I'm sure we'd find out one way or another. That would make a hell of a noise. Anyways, let's get this thing back off of here. See what our Play-Doh's looking like. So here's the Play-Doh that we pulled out of the bottom of the oil pan. Now we kind of want this to be about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch thick. And we're above 1/2 of an inch. So we're gonna have to bend that pickup down a little bit until we get proper distance from the bottom of the oil pan. So there is a special tool for this. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm using a pry bar and I'm just gonna reef on this thing and see if we can get it to come down a little bit more. Hopefully we don't break it, because that would suck. Okay, well, we'll see what that did. Is it better? Is it worse? Who knows? Let's put that oil pan back on. Okay, so that time it looked like we already squished this down quite a bit more. You can even see the little indent from the hole in the pickup itself. You know what I'm saying? So let's carefully pull this out of here and check it with the tape measure again. So it looks like we're just under 1/2 an inch, which is going to be perfect. So now we know we're good. Yeah, just to re-explain everything, this is kind of what the Play-Doh is going to be doing when you put it in there. So it's just kind of measuring the gap between the oil pump pickup and the pan, right? Because if it's too close, then we can't suck no oil. And if it's too far, then we might not even be dipping into the oil. That would be pretty extreme, but you get the idea, right? So anyways, we can take the tape back off of this and we can throw the pan on for finally time. We can throw the pan on. One thing that I'm going to be doing real quick is coming over to this accessory bracket here. And I noticed there's 2 screws right here. I believe this is for the little box that has your jump post and everything on there. And these screws are kind of important and reusable. And I have an idea. Let me show you my idea here. Whoa, all of a sudden, the old oil pump pickup is in the vise. Well, that's because I have an idea. Oh no. Part of the oil pump pickup just fell off. It's because I have a plan. Oh no, somehow the piece that we cut off of the old oil pump pickup and the bolt that we got from the accessory bracket just ended up in here, holding down or bracing this side of the oil pump pickup. Anyways, I'm just gonna torque this to 106 inch-pounds, same as that one. And yeah, if you don't want to buy an oil pump pickup brace, yeah, they're pretty cheap, but I didn't have one laying around and I forgot to order one, so whatever, I'm just gonna use this. And it's on there a decent ways. Anyway, let's get that torqued down, and that's literally a free oil pump pickup brace if you have a Chevy truck pan and you don't want to use the old pickup. Alrighty, she's torqued. That should work just fine. It looks a little bit sketchy, but hey, I mean, it costs $0. so whatever. All right, now we can get the tape back off and put the rest of the pan on. So we got all these bolts just started with our fingers, except for this one and this one, because they screw into the front cover, and this one, these two really long ones at the back here. And same thing with pretty much everything else here. Everybody gets 18 foot-pounds. One more thing to note is that for some reason, the truck motors do not have this bolt hole drilled into the block. I can feel a hole on the other side, but it's just not there, and the gasket doesn't even line up properly. Either the gasket doesn't line up properly or this pan is not quite correct. So you can see that hole looks like it was cut by somebody, which is interesting. But yeah, either way, we are looking pretty darn good. So with that, our oil pan, oil pump, and pickup are all installed on the block. We're making some good progress. Next time we're gonna get front and rear covers on, and lifters, and then maybe even heads. It's gonna be crazy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you watch the next one and every single other one. But anyways, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm gonna need a bigger garbage bag pretty soon.